Hey guys, thanks for joining us again. We are here in our spoiler review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Saw it yesterday. Damn it. I thought some people were gonna die.
Same here, but unlike Ant-Man Quantumania, where I was disappointed that no one died, going and expecting it, I wasn't really disappointed about it. I still felt like we still got the emotional impact that we needed from this movie, and none of it was cheapened with lousy jokes, but we still got the emotional impact without the characters dying and still having a future. And I think that was okay. I was pretty okay with that, surprisingly.
I'm not wishing that they would have died. Had they have died, I would have been sad. I would have been like, okay, well shit.
I
I
would have
mean
bet
that's
money someone was going to die.
that
I
yeah,
would have bet
nope.
money Rocket was dead.
I was ready to bet money that Rocket, Star-Lord, and Drax were gonna
Yeah,
croak.
but
Those were my three.
I'm very happy they didn't,
I'm
which
not.
is
I'm not.
weird.
I can't say that I'm very happy that they
Well,
didn't,
I'm
because
happy they
if they would have died, I would have been like, okay. But I'm just surprised they didn't. I'll say that I'm surprised they didn't.
yeah. I'm
The
happy they did get their happy ending that they needed though.
the villain is a complete dick.
He's
Like
amazing. He did great.
this is one of the first times. Well, not first times. There's been plenty of bad guys that I. So I can tell you guys the bad guys I just want dead. This guy, the Joker. I just want the Joker to die.
Yeah.
I want him to be killed on screen. Like just and not like pushed off a building, but like you guys know what I mean. But this movie, I had a good time. I genuinely cared about Rocket's situation. It choked me up. Again, I said it in our non-spoiler review. Maybe not want to take the kids to this one. I know my daughter would fucking just lose it
It'd be a
when
little bit
Rocket's
disturbing.
friends die.
Not to mention just seeing
Yeah,
Rocket's
no.
friends, like
Yeah,
they're all
that would
like the rabbit where you can still see the blood stains as their their limbs were cut off and reattached with metal legs.
yeah.
That is disturbing imagery right there.
Yeah. No, and then when they die, no, my daughter would
Yeah.
fucking lose it. She'd need therapy. Or when they take that turtle and they like mutate it or
Yeah.
whatever. No, and he screams, no.
I do appreciate how James Gunn did include the walrus character Teeths and did make them a bit more goofy to take away from how graphic and disturbing they really are and made it a bit more lighthearted. And I think that was very well done. And the way he kept to the tone throughout this movie while being comedic with still all this emotional impact and emotional drama was really well done, and it's been missing from a lot of Marvel's movies recently, especially Thor: Love and Thunder.
No, yeah. Let's not talk about Thor Love and Thunder. That movie. James will be missed at Marvel. What he would, Griffin's right. What he was able to do, Marvel sucks hard at landing these kind of moments, being comedic and then landing these heartfelt moments, like when Rocket escapes, when Star-Lord. I fully thought I was like, yeah, okay, fucking Rocket just died right now. When he's on the medical bed and he goes to heaven and he sees his friends again
Yeah,
and dies. I was like, okay, he's fucking dead, and it hurt. Even
it
though Rocket's
it
a little
did.
bitch, he's a little dick. It hurt because the way that Chris Pratt sells you on this is my best friend. Even if I die, I got to bring the guy back. I felt that shit, man. And still throughout that, Star Lord manages to say some funny stuff and like when he's like Gamora came back a complete bitch, and
I
stuff, and
liked
you
that.
laugh at stuff. Yeah, oh, I love that shit because he
Gamora's
loves this.
introduction was great.
He keeps telling her how much he loves her, and then he's like, "Yeah, so you came back from the past, and you're a complete bitch," which is what every dude thinks about their chick at some point, and very few of us ever say that to their face. But that shit was hilarious. But yet, we go to these scenes where like he's very emotional and distraught about the situation. He just to him and to the audience, his best friend just died in his arms.
Yeah,
And I was sold on it, man. And again, Chris Pratt is a guy who's very funny. Like when he tells Nebula, "You got very dark eyes," and she's like, "My father took him out as a torture." And what does he say? Well, he picked a very great set. That shit is hilarious, man.
the humor in this movie was was very good. I do think, and you can see this throughout James Gunn's movie, like starting with Super, his humor did start very juvenile, but I think as he's getting more and more attention, he's starting to land his jokes a lot more and getting a lot better at it and recognizing moments when he doesn't need to tell the joke, when he can just let the scene play out and it doesn't need to be funny. I 100% agree with you, Edward. Based off of this movie, I am 100% confident in James Gunn to write a Superman script. I think he can do it, and I think he can do it very well. He knows now when to not tell a joke, and it was perfect. At
Yeah,
every turn in this movie, and there were, trust me, a lot of turns when there were emotional impact. At every one, I expected him to fuck it up and tell a joke, just because that's what I'm used to from Marvel, and he
I
didn't.
agree.
And I'm
I
so
fully
grateful.
expected a stupid ass joke when Rocket died. I was like, if this mofo cracks a joke, I'm gonna be mad. And they didn't. They let, which is sadly what was done in Thor: Love and Thunder. Jane
Yeah,
fucking dies, and ha ha ha. Let's have a joke. Here they let it simmer. Like the joke wasn't there. Rocket dies. Star Lord screams, and Gamora's face when he dies, and as she's telling him, "Let him go, he's gone." There was no joke. It was that. It was an emotional scene. A guy just lost his best friend. In any other movie, it would have been followed by a stupid ass joke, and that's why people don't like a lot of Marvel's comedic moments because you go from serious to comedy, 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 and it shouldn't be that way. Here, I was worried. I told Griffin, I was like, it's James Gunn, dude.
oh yeah,
I don't know if he could go for, the emotional scene and then not have that itch to do a stupid joke. Nope. This movie was on that. It was great. And another thing that I loved about this movie, and I almost spit my drink out, was because I was thinking it the moment I saw this fucking villain. I said it in my head without ever, you know, thinking it would be in the movie. As soon as I saw him, I was like, this RoboCop looking motherfucker. And he Star Lord calls him that. And lost my shit. And I remember a dude like turned, he was sitting in front of me, he turned back like, wasn't that funny, bro? I'm like, you're not from the 80s, man. You don't know. But
yeah,
I laughed my balls off when Star Lord said that because I was like, holy shit, I've been thinking it from the moment I saw this prick.
yeah. No, he did a great job with all of his jokes. And one thing that has been lacking in his Guardians of the Galaxy movie is action in a climax. In the first one, it was solved with a dance battle. There really wasn't much action there.
I hated that fucking dance battle.
It was funny, but it was, yeah. Second one, big CGI fight. In this one, the fights felt a lot more personal. They were fantastic action
Oh, I thought
sequences.
motherfuckers were gonna die.
Same. Like the action sequence when they are moving through the ship's hallway, when they're all fighting together, was amazing. It reminded me a lot of the team up scene from the first Avengers movie, and I was very happy to see it because they felt like a cohesive team, even with Gamora being there, only knowing them for a very limited amount of time. It was a great team up scene, and the action was fantastic. It was brutal, and frankly, I think they only got away with a PG-13 rating just because they weren't humanoid aliens.
Every time there was a big action sequence, and there's a few of them in this movie, I kept on trying to pinpoint, all right, Drax dies here, or Star-Lord's gonna bite the dust here. And it never came. But I was fully convinced. I was like, okay, they gotta die here. And there were some moments where I was like, oh, it's stupid if he dies here. But they didn't die. And as Griffin said, I don't have a problem with them not dying. Had they died, I would have been fine with it.
It was just well written.
Yeah, it was just it's a good movie. I had a great time. Again, not for the kids. Don't go with the little ones unless you're crazy and you want your kids to be crazy. Because my father would do this shit. I remember when he took us to fucking see the Neverending Story. Why would you take your kid to that shit? There's a traumatic thing that happens in that movie for kids. So parents, think about your kids. Don't take them to dramatic shit. I wouldn't be who I am if I hadn't seen such tragic shit growing up as a kid in movies. But yeah, there's the scenes with his friends. We all knew they were gonna bite the dust,
Yeah.
and I thought that fucker was gonna incinerate them. the way that they die is more
It's
emotional
even
than
worse. Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't ready for that. And the way Rocket, the way it hurt, of course it hurts them. They were his only friends, but the way that when they're sitting there playing, I'm like, oh, shit, James, what are you doing to me, dude? And then when they're like, look at the sky and we're gonna go to the new planet and shit like that. And then when that guy's like, you're not going to the new planet, I'm like, you piece of shit. And he literally was like, yeah, we're gonna incinerate your friends and you, I'm gonna open you up and check your brain. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was disturbing, but it was very well done, and giving us that
Such an
emotional
asshole villain.
attachment was great. Yeah. I really liked him though. I think he did a great
Oh
job.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. When a villain does that, like was that kid from fucking Game of Thrones, the kid we all hate who quit acting
Joffrey.
because we
Yeah.
all hate. When a villain does that, don't hate the actor, hate the villain. They're doing a
Love the
great job.
actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, he's doing. That's his job. James Gunn's like, yeah, you got to make people fucking hate you. You got to be a homicidal maniac. All right,
Yeah.
let's run with it.
And I loved how he wanted to create a perfect society, yet he was still emotionally imperfect and flawed. And I think he just made a great villain.
Like Hitler. That's what I kept thinking. I was like, when he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna make them perfect and shit like that." I'm like, "Oh, it sounds like
And then if they're
Hitler, dude."
not, he completely raised an entire civilization and destroyed it just with a snap of his fingers,
Yep,
just because there
very,
was just something a little bit wrong.
very
And
Hitler.
he did a great job.
Phenomenal actor, though, man.
Yeah,
Phenomenal acting. Great. I mean, I completely bought that he was a villain and that he was just so. I said it in our non-spoiler. I've told Griffin, I'm like, I just wanted this fucking guy to die. And when they all team up on his ass and tear him to shit, I love that.
great scene. And then one thing that was been very anticipated since Thor 2 was the inclusion of Adam Warlock. Of course, we knew he was going to be changed from the comics, and I'm pretty okay with him being the immature character that he is. I think that does make sense, especially since he was removed from his cocoon early. I think it definitely checks out. I don't think the Sovereign and Adam Warlock need to be in this movie. They only seem to be here just to injure Rocket at the beginning, and that's about it. He didn't do anything else. Sure, he saved Peter at the end, but there are so many other ways they could have saved him as well. I just don't think he was really needed. He also didn't really take away from the movie either. He is being set up to return later in Rocket's iteration of the Guardians. I just don't know if this is how I really wanted him to be introduced.
Oh no, I agree with you. And again, this is nothing against Will. I think he did, he did his job. And again, I say this, any guy who goes from, you guys remember Will, right? From the
Yeah.
fucking Narnia movie or
Is it
anything else
Narnia?
he's done. Yeah, he's in the last one, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader or whatever. And that's my memory of this kid. So when I heard he was cast, I was like, what the fuck? But again, any guy who goes from that to this, this dude deserves my props. He must have gone on the shittiest diet ever, eating like chicken 4 times a day and rice and just drinking plain water and working out maybe 6 hours a day easily. So congratulations on that, Will. I just was expecting, like when I first heard him speak, I was like, man, this guy's gonna deliver one of these fucking monologues like from the comics, like I'm Adam, more than man, but not a god, some shit like that. When he
I think we
talks,
will
you're
get that
like,
eventually.
oh yeah, but I just was expecting that as soon as he opened his mouth. And when he talks, I'm like, that's the kid from the Dawn Trader movie, the fucking Last Narnia. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And when he was like, "Mommy, can I keep him?" and stuff like that, but I get it.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that big of a thing. I wish we would have gotten like a deeper voice, like something closer to the comics. Wait, that doesn't make a lot of sense because he doesn't speak in like. Well, guys, we
Well,
don't.
how we imagined in the comics.
Exactly. There, you guys. You guys know what I'm fucking saying. I did like the end scene though when I saw him in his
Yes.
little Guardians of the Galaxy suit. I was like, I would have liked to have seen a cape on him, but I'm
Yeah.
okay.
No, I do think we're going to get there eventually with Adam Warlock. He just needs to go through a little bit more development. And with the end credit scenes, I'm very happy. I think everyone got a good ending, and frankly, I'm really surprised that they are returning, especially Star Lord. Everyone got a happy ending. Everyone has the ending that, whether or not it's what they were actively searching for, it's the one that they needed. and everyone had a good ending. They left room for people to return, but just like with Thor 4, they don't need to. They could leave it here and I'd be totally happy.
Yeah. So I thought Chris Pratt was one, and again, this is just what I thought, that he was one of the people that said, I'm done. But apparently he may be back at some
Well,
point.
the thing is, he may not be. Sorry to keep referencing Thor Love and Thunder, but Chris Hemsworth and Taika Waititi were both surprised when at the end it said Thor will return, because neither of them planned on Thor returning. That was supposed to be it for
Well, I'm
Thor.
I'm pretty sure Taika isn't coming back.
No.
Chris, maybe once more.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Marvel definitely has something planned. Whether or not the actors know about it or agree to it, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, if Chris Pratt doesn't return, I totally get it, and I'd be happy with it. We definitely will see Rocket return, probably Groot, maybe.
I'm happy we saw King Groot. That was very cool. Pretty cool nod to the comics. I liked
Yep.
that.
But I am excited to see more of Adam Warlock. He's a powerful, powerful dude, man. Still need Nova. Fuck. Where the hell is Nova?
I was waiting for him. I don't know why he didn't come up.
I don't. I think James Gunn doesn't really like Nova. I think he even said so before. He's like, nah. So I mean, I get that, but I still want Nova. But that's it for me, guys. I really like this movie. Like a dumbass, I drank the biggest drink I could have, and I made it all the way through the movie. I immediately regretted it. It was halfway through the movie, I believe. I sent Griffin a screenshot. I was like, "Hey, dude, how much more do I have?" And he goes, "Oh, you got like 40 minutes." I'm like, "Fuck." I don't know if I could hold 40 minutes. Somehow I did. I don't know how the hell I did it.
The ending was the best part, I think. The last 40 minutes, like right after you sent me the picture, I think was the best part about the movie.
I don't know. There were so many scenes here where I was gonna say when Griffin escapes, when Rocket escapes, and he tears up fucking what's his name. I'm like,
The High Evolutionary.
yeah. I was like, damn it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't bring my kid. At the end when they rip his face off,
They didn't need to do that. That was a bit extra. I don't know why they did that.
I don't mind. I'm just again, people are gonna roll their eyes at me, but again, I'm glad I didn't bring my kid to that, because
Very
that's
happy.
a bit much. But no, good movie. Had a great time. Definitely will watch on Blu-ray or Disney Plus when it comes.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about this movie in the comments. We'll see you guys next time.
Take care, guys.